twist.
Who are ya? Who are ya? Hey.
I think I'm gonna pass out. All my toes in his mouth.
I can't get my eyelashes right. I've just had them done.
No. I've got hairs under my chin. Yeah.
You've got a bit of 5 o'clock shadow.
I had to do my moustache before. It was really bad. I haven't had a dermaplane. When did I last get it done?
What is dermaplane?
So dermaplaning is it's like a little scalpely type thing, and it just takes away all your peach fuzz.
What? Right. Okay. Another question.
Like
What's peach fuzz?
So can you see on my cheeks that I've got hair?
No.
You can look at me.
Oh right. Okay, stay there. Stay there. No, if you turn into the light. Yeah. Oh yeah. You look like me. Look at my peach fuzz.
I pay people to do that. Sometimes I do it to myself, but it's nice to have someone do it for you, and they just do your whole face, and
So
it'll
you basically just shave your face.
Yeah, but it's not shaven. It doesn't grow. It just grows back like fine hair still that.
I don't want that.
It doesn't grow back like shaving.
I want a proper
for
beard.
Peach fuzz. No,
peach
it's not
fuzz.
for full-on beards.
Peach fuzz either sounds like a shit drink. Like you go to the bar and instead of having WKD, could I just have a peach fuzz, please?
Peach fuzz.
Have a peach fuzz. Do you want a peach fuzz? Peach fuzz. Peach fuzz. Yeah.
But when you get a peach and it's got a little bit of hair, like a peach, a little bit of fluff on it.
Just hold the peaches with a little bit of hair.
It's James's. It's a giant peach.
James Giant's fluffy peach.
Yeah.
Need to get a Manscaped on that fluffy peach. Speaking of Manscaped, this episode is brought to you by Manscaped. It's not. Do you reckon you would?
No, someone is sponsored by them.
Who? Most podcasts seem to be literally.
No, I've seen this. I think it's Have a Word.
Have a Word is sponsored by Manscaped. They were I think they were the first sponsor. Manscaped hit us up. We're now here on episode 17.
17!
If this pod was in years and human, it could drive now.
Well done for that analogy.
Well, it is. It could drive at 17. Did you start driving at 17?
Yeah.
Same.
Because that's the legal age.
That was my birthday present.
Yeah, lessons.
Yeah, I had my 17th birthday present. I had an hour's driving lesson with this guy. Why is it? Was your driving instructor a bit pervy?
No, he wasn't to me. No, but
mine was.
Other people have said that they are.
So I had 2 driving instructors because I think the first one I had.
Hang on, why was he perving on you?
No, he wasn't pervy on me. It was just some of the things he'd say. Genuinely, this is what he'd said. So, say if you're shifting gears, he'd be like, "Oh, it's too hard that." Bloody, I'd hate to be your dick if that's how you're holding that. You just want to caress it. And I was like, all right, okay. And backhand, because you make your arm, put your hand like this, don't they? They're like, put your arm like this and just scoop it back. And honestly, you can see him go on, do it slowly. Oh yeah, do it slow. Move it into second.
You're gonna have to tell me what his name was.
For the life of me, I can't remember this guy's name. And then when we booked a 2-hour lesson,
yeah.
An hour into the lesson, he'd be like, okay, park up here on the left, and you park up on the left. And then he'd open the door and spark up, like, I just think it's going. I was sitting there going,
no, I'm not paying you.
I'm not paying you to have. And he'd be like, I think what we should do is book in another 2-hour lesson next week. I was like, yeah, of course you do, because you're not the one paying for it. You're getting the money for it. So I was doing lessons with him for about 12 months, and I was like, when you're putting me in for me test, he was like, when you're ready, just pull over on the side here and just spark up here. And then
we didn't have the same instructor.
And then if we were driving, we all do it. When you're on your driving lesson, you see someone, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And you just eyes off the tits, getting back on the road. I was like, do you have to be so direct? I'm 17.
You know what mine used to do if we drove past a group of lads and he beeped the horn and go, she said you're fit. I'd be like, oh my God.
Mine weren't.
Do you know what it did do though? On me, I think it was my first or second lesson. And he was like, right, so when I tell you to close your eyes, you're gonna close your eyes. And I was like, oh my God, you can't do that.
What's you driving?
I'm driving a car here. And he was like, I'm the instructor. If I tell you to close your eyes, you're going to close your eyes. And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this, you know.
Close your eyes and stick out your hand.
So I'm driving. And he just went, close your eyes. And I went, oh. And he smacked me and went, "You're not supposed to close your fucking eyes. You're driving a fucking car."
Well, he sounds like a right prick.
He was dead funny, though.
He was dead funny. We killed 4 people doing that exercise. But I learnt me lesson.
Oh, it was the fucking early 2000s. There wasn't health and safety and regulations.
Things were different by then. You could kill a nan on the school run. It was sound.
We still had wind down windows. If you could do that whilst you're driving, you can drive with your eyes closed.
Oh, mine was just and then so I was telling my mate about it because my mate just passed the test, and I remember this guy's name. His name was Andrews, and he was a Welsh bloke. And honestly, I think that's why I love the Welsh accent, because he was just dead sound. He was like, "Just pull over here on the right."
Oh, you've got to stop with this accent, you know.
Why was that? Was that Indian again?
I mean, it wasn't too bad, but there's a fine line when it comes to you in the Welsh accent.
Very fine
and I feel like
between.
any opportunity you can whack the Welsh accents out, you fucking jump in head first.
See me when we're ordering an Indian. In Wales, I'm in the element. Like, I'm even taking the piss out of you or someone else. Like, I mean, either way, I get done for a hate crime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just pull over here on the right.
No, stop.
No, I'm not going to have a cigarette. I'm going to have a cup of tea. That was all right.
A brew.
And a what?
A brew.
And going to have a brew. Would you like a brew? Milk and 2 sugars?
That's all right.
That's
You've
all right.
been practicing.
I've been practicing it. I was like, I'm not getting done.
2 weeks, and this is what you've been doing with your time away.
Literally all I've been doing. Just practicing my Welsh accent and catching up on all. My mate sends me about 15 TikToks a day.
That sounds draining.
Oh, it's just, and I feel obliged because he's like obviously sat there and watched that and gone, "Do you know who'd love this? Capewell, I'll send it to you." And I feel obliged to watch them all, but I'm like, are you not working? Like, what are you doing? It is like 11 o'clock on a Tuesday. What are you doing with your life? Sending me fucking TikToks.
Just people in general that message lots. Gets on my tits.
He sent me one TikTok, and I think I forwarded it on to you. Did I forward it on to you? The guy who's on, is it called Smoggle or something? Like when you're on webcam to someone and it just randomly generates you and you speak to a random person all over the world.
He didn't send it.
Oh. So there's a guy on, I can't remember what the app's called. It's like a website where you go on with your camera. It sounds a bit pervy, to be fair. It just sounds
and it just connects to a random
person, and then you can just click like a button if you don't want to speak to him. It just matches you with someone else, and you just speak to him. So this guy matches us with this other guy, and he's like, "Katie?" And the guy's like, "Well, my name's not Katie, man." He's like, "Katie, what are you doing?" And he's like, "My name's not Katie, man. Are you talking to," and he had this like girlfriend sat behind him, and he's like going, "You talking to her? Her name's Hannah." And he's like, "Katie, what are you doing here?" And this guy's convinced that this is his girlfriend. He was like, "You've literally just left the house to say you're going to like the shop or something. You've just left mine now." And then the other guy goes, "Do you know this guy?" And she's like, "Oh no." He's like, "Because you just said you were going to the shop an hour ago," and he's just saying you just left his house. And he's like, and the girl's like, "I've never seen that lad before." And he's like, "Why are you saying that? What's going on?" And then he turns his phone round, and his picture is him and this girl who looks exactly like the girl
that's in the.
It's in with the other guy. And he's like, "Why has he got a picture of you on his phone?" Then and she's like, "Oh, I don't know." And then it turns out he's like, "Hold on, where do you live?" And he's like, "California or something." And he's like, "Well, we're in Texas, so she couldn't have been in your house an hour ago. Like, physically impossible unless she's teleported." And then it turns out like his girlfriend was adopted.
Yeah.
And they think that, so he FaceTimes his girlfriend, and she's like, "Hey, where are you right now?" And she's like, "I'm just on my way to the shop." Like I said, "Why?" She was like, "Look at this." And he turns the phone around, and the girl's like identical twins. They look the exact same.
Proper
same height, same hair and everything. Part of me though, because it's on TikTok, I'm like, is it fake or real?
Fake and set up?
I don't know. Part of me thinks it might be fake. Now that I've said it out loud.
Oh.
In the moment, I was like, "Oh my God, what a great..." And the guys were like, they were vibing and like, "I wish we were twins. And we're going to book a flight. We're going to come and see you. We should all meet up and all that."
How mad's that?
So if it's real, how mad's that? And if it's fake, bastards.
It's like the Usher song, isn't it? Same Girl. R. Kelly and Usher were dating the same girl, but turns out they were twins.
Is that the one that Kanye West song's about? 18 years. Got 2 for
No,
18 years.
Usher
Oh, right,
and
okay.
R. Kelly. No Kanye.
Is that what Let It Burn's about? I don't know. I don't get involved.
Let it burn. No, the song's called Same Girl. We're messing with the same girl.
Oh. See, as that
wasted
guy,
on you.
yeah.
I'll show you the video on the way home.
So as that guy famously said, these girls ain't loyal.
No, they ain't.
Yeah.
And they're not girls, they're hoes.
That's my little TikTok little thing. I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, and I appreciate my mate sending them.
Well, it does, because you get 15 cents a year a day, so you're on
I know.
TikTok
Some of
watching
them are all right, but I've got this little thing that I do at the moment, because he's as much as he says he's quite liberal, he's not. He's one of them kicks off at everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't say anything this day and age, and oh, why can she go in the boys' toilets? He's one of them.
Yeah.
Right. So the way I wind him up, he sent me one, these people are thick fucking flat earthers, absolute thickos. So now I say I'm a flat earther. I was like, mate, the earth's flat. And he's like, no, it's fucking not. He probably kicks off. I'm like, no, the earth's flat. We're in a dome. There's an ice wall. And I keep sending him all these flat earth videos, and he just winds them up, and then he stops speaking to me for about 4 days.
Oh, perfect, peace and quiet.
So I just find a flat earth video and go, mate.
That's 60 TikToks you haven't received over the 4-day period.
Fucking hell, when you put it like that. Or I send him one that's trying to prove the earth is round, and I go, it's black this because the earth's flat. And it just proper, literally no matter what we're talking about, we can talk about your best, your favourite ice cream, and I go, yeah, it's sound that, but the earth's flat, and it'll just boil his piss. And he'd be like, it's not flat. It's like, mate, it's flat, it's pancake.
Is it not the funniest, winding your mates up though? Just even the basic things, you might walk past someone who you know that they fucking hate, and you're like, hey, saw your Bezzy before.
Yeah.
In the Asda.
Saw your girlfriend before, mate.
Hey, there's your fucking mate. Go say,
me and my mates. Have you ever said the wrong word to a mate? And then they just don't let you ever forget that you said the word wrong?
Not to a friend, but family I have, yeah, and I've never lived it down.
What was the word you're going to share?
So, something dramatic had happened in the news, and there was loads of deaths.
As it does on a day-to-day basis.
And the words that it was reporting say there was 60 fatalities. I didn't see the word fatalities.
Yeah.
I went, 60 fatalites? What's that mean?
Is that how it's spelled? See, my dyslexia right now would be like, yeah, no, I get that. Right.
Fatal. Fatal. ITIES.
Fatalite. Oh, I can see why you've got that.
Let me look at it. Yeah, I don't. Fatalities. I don't even know what I was looking at.
It's just when
every time there's a news report on now, my sister look, fatalites.
There's your mate. One of the fatalites.
A fucking fatalite. Fuck off.
Oh, I see one where someone they thought they went man's laughter. I think it was one of the TikToks someone said. He's just been charged for man's laughter. All he's done is had a laugh with his mates. With the man down. If him and the man are just having a laugh and he's been fucking put in prison.
Why is it only ever the man? Why is it not the gals? The gals' laughter?
The gals' laughter. The man's laughter. Do you know which word he said? Manslaughter.
Yeah, manslaughter. Yeah. I got it.
Do you know what? Never in my life have I ever looked at the word manslaughter and looked at that and gone, man's laughter.
But sometimes you need, that just helps you spell things, doesn't it?
Yeah. What word is it that makes me... Oh, unfortunately. Unfortunately. That's it.
Tunatelli.
Tunatelli. What the fuck was that?
A tuna watching telly?
What the fuck was that? What tuna have you been eating?
Ones and tins.
Oh, is that what they're doing in the tin, are they? as it's going round.
I don't understand what was wrong with my tuna impression, if I'm totally honest.
Like you're having a fucking stroke.
Thanks.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Now I'm going to be that guy to you. Whenever we see the word tuna, I'm going
That's what they do. Oh, fuck off.
I've got one with my mates.
Go on, what's yours?
so
share.
This is in on holiday in 2018, and this gets brought up at least once a week ever since.
Once a week?
Once a week, right. So, and I'm going to prove it. I got a voicemail today about it. I think every time I meet Paul, shout out Paul, he doesn't listen, but...
What a knobhead.
I know, yeah. He's proper,
who does he think he is?
He's a proper gimp. So I don't drink beer, as you know. I, not out of like choice. I just don't like the taste. I wish I did. It would be cheaper for me. So I'm looking through the drinks menu, and I was like, this sounds nice. What's a strawberry daiquiri?
Oh,
Gets brought up all the time.
Daiquiri?
Literally, I said it. What's a strawberry daiquiri? And everyone just started wetting. And because I didn't know,
what, though, with the spelling,
I'm thinking
Daiquiri?
of Liverpool player Shaqiri. I was like, oh, Shaqiri, daiquiri, just a different letter. So this is what I received today.
Oh, hello, sir. Can I have a daiquiri? Fucking hell.
Play that again.
I might, if I want to see if we can. Do you know when we can have a button where that just plays? Like,
Oh, hello, sir. Can I have a daiquiri?
Hey, he's funny. He's funny.
I ask him to come on and he never does, and he doesn't even listen.
I wish I remembered things like this, because I feel like my mate Lauren's definitely done one, but I can't put my finger on it as to what it was.
My mum says all sorts. My mum just makes up words. She literally would just make up words. Witherspoons.
Yeah.
Not Reese.
Not the weather.
No. Witherspoons. Like, should we go for tea? Yeah, where do you want to go? Oh, should we just go Witherspoons? And a fork and knife, but where do you want to go to eat? Like, come on. What else did she say? TFIs.
Yeah.
Instead of TGIs. Didn't know what ADHD was, so it was just GHD. Makes up words. She literally will just make up the word.
Hey, GHD isn't a made up word, though.
No, because that's what it is.
But she just uses a different word.
She was just like, "What? He's got that GHD. What? Yeah, he's a little shit, but his hair on point every week. Fair play to the guy." And instead of Koppenbergs.
Coppin.
Koppenbergs.
Copping off with everyone.
Would you want a Koppenbergs? No. I'll have a Koppenberg though. A Koppenberg sounds awful. I'm having that Aldi rip-off shit. Actually, I'd say that about the Aldi one's actually pretty sound, you know.
I wish I remembered.
You not got any?
I can't think of any. I know there is 100%. I remember being in Lauren's and on the couch, and I remember crying, laughing.
If you've got a friend who mispronounces words, send it us and let us know.
I'm going to text her now and ask what that word was.
And hopefully by the end of this episode, she comes back to you. What's the word that you pronounce wrong?
That's literally what I've put.
There's nothing worse though. I don't mind it if you say something word, you just go, oh, it's not pronounced that, it's pronounced this. You'd be like, all right, fair. My mum's been lying to me since the day I was born. No one's corrected me. Thanks very much. I thought, you know, tidal wave.
Yeah.
I thought it was tiger.
Why?
Imagine me.
Stripey waves.
It's a tiger wave. Hold on a second. I know we're about to fucking die.
Where does that logically make sense though?
This was as a kid. I thought because all I ever heard in movies it was like tiger wave. Fucking Frosty there,
little Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the fucking Tiger.
I'm thinking of the cereal Frosties, aren't I? The Tony the Tiger.
I haven't had Frosties for ages.
Do you ever remember the rumour about Frosties? Do you remember they had an advert out and they had this kid going, "They're gonna taste great."
No.
Right. So there was an advert, and it was only a young lad. I reckon he was about 13. And the advert was like, "They're gonna taste great," and he has this like little song as he goes around. And then a rumor went around that he unalived himself.
Unalived.
I just don't know whether it's trigger word for people.
Why? Right. Where's the popularity come from around the word unalived? He unalived himself.
Oh, I think it's
he committed suicide.
Yeah, it's algorithms. you're seeing it on TikTok because he changed it to unalived because the algorithm takes as a bad word and doesn't push people's
But
videos.
then surely isn't TikTok clever enough to recognise that unalived as the same meaning?
You'd think, but they get away with it. I don't know.
Surely there's got to be a little geek in the cupboards at TikTok that's like, oh, just put this in as a keyword.
Everyone's there going, hold on a sec. Does anybody know what unalived means? And everyone's like, no, it's not in the dictionary. Got me on that one. No idea. What's the context? They're saying that their friend unalived himself. Ooh, unless he was just not fun at a party.
Ropey one this.
Yeah, it's a ropey one. That was such a dad joke. Look, you're buzzing with yourself.
I thought that was that good.
Fucking buzzing with yourself. I remember all the little rumours. I don't know if he did anyway, but apparently everyone was saying that he did because he started getting bullied in school and all that.
For doing a little Tony the Tiger advert?
Yeah, and he probably got paid for thousands for doing it as
There's
well.
no point when you're dead.
Well, I don't, but there's no strong hard evidence to have a reply.
She just put when.
Oh, for
sake,
fuck! I hate
Warren.
that. I hate that.
I've got no story. She won't give me the content.
Maybe the word was when. When.
You know what does do me head in now?
Go on.
but I do actually do it myself. But when people seriously be like, oh, what you having for your tea tonight? And they're like, oh, I'm going to have fajitas.
My mum says fajitas.
Oh,
I thought she was going to say vagina one day. Fajita. Oh, yeah. My mum's boyfriend says jalapenos.
Drives me insane.
It's hot because it's got those jalapenos on it. And it's like,
it.
in the actual word, you don't even emphasize the L. Jalapenos.
Jalapeno.
You don't go jalapeno.
No. It drives me insane, you know.
Jalapenos.
I think it's dead ignorant.
Why? What
It's just against the Spanish and the Mexican and the people.
Are they even Mexican? Because you can get a Scotch bonnet. That's a chili pepper.
It's a pretty little hat.
It does sound like it.
It's a Scottish bonnet. It's got tartan on it.
Scottish bonnet. I love how like there's literally everything. There's normal stuff. I say normal stuff. That sounds really fucking bad. There's stuff and then there's Scottish stuff. Like they've got their own everything.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Scotch eggs.
You can't just get off it free.
Don't get that one.
Scot free. What the fuck? You're right.
My ropey was better than that. Go on, what else
Pancakes.
is there? Oh, Scotch pancake.
Hey, you do a belt of Scotch. Like,
I really don't. I don't know what.
no, that nailed it. That. So you got pancakes and then you got oats,
Yes.
and you can't just have a bonnet now.
No, it's got to be Scotch. Whiskey.
Yeah, yes. Because what's the difference between whiskey and Scotch?
I think whiskey might be Irish and Scotch whiskey is from Scotland.
There you go.
Because it's spelt differently, isn't it? So one's got an E in it and one hasn't. So is it the one like Whiskey? Is that Irish? Or is that the American one?
I have no idea. Mine's in a green bottle.
Are you a message?
No, I'm a genie.
Come and let me out.
What was I going to say then? Do you remember? I was just thinking of rumours that went round about like people who like the kid
Unalive
of
themselves.
Yeah, like from the
Just dead people.
Tony the Tiger thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever remember hearing in school it went around that there was a rumour that one of them out of Keenan and Kel was dead?
Yeah, it wasn't. Was it Kel? It was a hoax.
Yeah. But everyone, yeah, one of them's
I
dead
was
now.
devastated.
Yeah,
because it
I
was him,
remember.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Kel.
Who loves orange soda?
Kel.
Kel loves orange soda.
Not even his favourite
Is
drink.
it true?
Oh, she's doing the whole thing.
I do.
Yep, just as
Do you remember
cringy
the
as that
episode?
actual thing.
Bringing it back to tuna. I put the screw in the tuna.
They're not. They're both alive. I found them on TikTok.
Yeah.
I say found them like I was looking. Like Keenan came up, and I was like, oh my god, it's Keenan from Keenan and Kel. And then it made me think like, oh yeah, one of them's dead. And then I clicked on his profile, and literally his first picture was him and Keenan. And I think why it came up is because they're also doing a new either series or new movie for that Good Burger 2.
I've only seen Good Burger once. I can't even. I'm just like, oh,
Welcome to Good Burger. That's all I know.
Get a burger, what you order? I just don't
Would you
even
like
know.
fries with that?
I loved Keenan and Kel.
But they're both still alive and kicking.
They are. There's been a few bad hoaxes that have gone round. Like, I don't even understand
I've got one.
why people would put that out. Like, what are you trying to achieve?
Did you ever hear the one that Marilyn Manson had 2 ribs removed so he could suck himself off?
Yeah, is that not true?
I mean, I've not asked him, but I can't imagine it to be.
I think it might be.
The guy's a fucking famous rock star. There's probably people waiting outside his house to suck him off. If he wants
but maybe he
sucked
wants to do it himself.
Nah.
Maybe he just wants to lick the tip on his
No,
own.
I think if you've got someone there, wait, just think about it logically for a second. The surgery you need, the procedure, you can't do it straight away. Like, if you got your ribs removed, you can't just go, is that it? Is it done? Sound.
Yeah, but
everyone leave the room quick.
it's nice,
Clear the room.
It's nice to know that when something's happening, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And
Nah.
it'll be nice.
Yeah. If any lad like got their ribs removed, to they'd end up making it worse because they would not wait. They'd be like, right, okay, it's done, but you can't try it at least for 4 weeks. It's like, mate, I'll give it 4 minutes. In fact, I'm going to get home tonight.
Not if you've had surgery. You'd be in pain.
Exactly.
You would wait that time.
No one's going through that.
Sometimes
it's got
good
to be a lie.
good things come to those who wait.
Well, exactly. Just wait for someone to come and knock you off themselves.
Maybe he just wants to do it himself.
No one wants to do it
I think every
themselves.
lad, if they could suck
Oh,
their own
100%,
willy,
that would
they
be
would.
it.
Have you seen?
If it was any closer, Michelle, we wouldn't be doing a podcast right now.
Did you see the clip of
Looking at home,
Bread and Reese
rolling around on the floor.
on? I think it was on Have a Word.
No, what's he done?
Saying he got it in his own mouth. He sucked his own willy, the tip of his willy. And I was like, I shared it to my story. And I was flabbergasted.
It's just a showing off, isn't it? Yeah, so then I was there, lying on my back.
So
on the
he's
bed,
either
and
super
it
bendy or
reached
he's
around.
giving it pure Drake.
See, Drake
I think it's the
Drake wouldn't need
first.
two ribs removed.
No, he wouldn't. Maybe
pulls
for
it
the
out of his
smaller
sock.
men, you do have to get a couple of ribs
Fucking hell.
removed. And you know
Need
what?
about
I
6.
reckon Marilyn Manson did.
Nah, I don't.
And he probably asked to keep his ribs and he probably licked them.
This is where we
because
need
he's a
someone to
weirdo.
Google, but I'm going to Google this right now. I'm going to put under Google.
Under Google.
Uh,
Oh. What was that?
Now he's doing a hate crime.
I'm so sorry that I don't know where that came from. Wow. It's not okay.
Did Marilyn Manson have ribs removed? No, it's an urban legend.
Urban legend.
It's an urban legend. Like, literally going Greek mythology, like an Hercules, an Achilles heel, and Marilyn Manson.
An Achilles heel.
Like, whatever he did, he got an arrow to the thing. No, it's an urban legend claim. Cher had her lowest of ribs surgically removed to achieve an ultra small waist. Oh, maybe that's a different
Right, that's
one.
Cher. That's not Marilyn Manson.
Elizabeth Taylor, don't do that. Pamela Anderson. Women who have been rumoured to.
Oh, we're in a fucking hole here, guys.
Ah.
We are going to be talking about everyone's ribs. Do you know what? I love a portion of ribs.
Although the
chippy,
story
you know.
of Manson's alleged rib removal chased him for years, he has denied having the cosmetic procedure.
When was that?
Which celebrity got the ribs removed? That's the suggested. What model removed her ribs? Apparently, it's a model thing, but according to Google, which was a great Burnley accent you did there. that doesn't help, does it?
No.
No. Burnley.
Burnley! Huddersfield!
Oh, it's on Lab Bibles. That's a reliable source, is it?
I swear by Lab Bible, me. I think it's legitimate.
Let's not beat around the bush. Wahey. That's literally what it says. That's the opening thing. Let's not be around. We've all heard the rumour Marilyn Manson once got his rib removed so he could suck his own ding-a-dong.
Is that what they've called it? A ding-a-dong? Oh, sorry. Oh.
Jesus Christ. A ding-a-dong.
Ding-a-dong!
Let me just get the quote. I'm going to find the quote. Well, in a fan Q&A session on the issue of Q magazine, Manson was finally asked a question from a man named Keith Rathbone. It sounds like a question a Keith would ask. For years, it was rumoured that you had your rib removed to achieve self-fellatio. Obviously, that's nonsense, but have you ever tried to suck your own dick? Manson replied, wow, does Keith get money if I answer this? No comment, Keith. You
Oh, fairs.
Sorry, just went straight in. I would have been busy if I really got my ribs removed. I would have been busy sucking my own dick to be at this interview, and I totally would back that up. Every guy, if they could.
What, so if I rang you and said, going to Pizza Hut to get cheesy bites, you'd say, sorry mate, not coming. Doing self-fellatio.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be answering the phone either.
Put me back for 5.
Call me back, I'm busy. Any guy would. Any guy. I'll stand on the hill and shout that. Any guy.
That's fucking weird.
I think it's because it's physically impossible. I think that's why. I think
yeah,
if it was
but you
possible,
know what? I can't lick my own fanny, and that's impossible. That doesn't make it a need or a want. That doesn't make me want to be able to do it more.
Guys are wired differently. Guys are wired differently.
Fucking weird.
Like, if there's anything we can't do, we want to do. Like, if you want to say, if you want a guy to do something, tell him he can't do it, and he'll do it. Like, if you said to me, I bet you can't clean your car in an hour. I'm cleaning my car. I'm fucking prove her wrong.
Ya?
Fucking knobhead saying I can't clean my car in an hour. Fucking show her up.
He's fucking.
Every guy's like that. You can't suck your own dick. I fucking what?
That's what you say to your kids. Oh, I bet you can't go upstairs and get your pajamas on and back down in 2 minutes. Where does that come from? And it's just embedded into our minds. Yeah, but even like.
It's just
girl
literally
kids.
just constantly. It's like, oh, I bet you can't clean up dead quick. It's like, fucking bet you can. I'll show you, you little knobhead. And it's just, if you want a guy to do something, just tell him he can't do it. Bang, it's done.
See, I feel like though if I was a guy, I wouldn't do it.
Why do you reckon?
Like if someone asks me to do something, it could literally be the next thing to do on my list, but because you've told me to do it now,
that's because you're a woman.
I'm not doing it.
Stubborn.
Don't tell me what to do.
See, if it was a guy and just went, bet you can't do that next, but I fucking better go and you fucking knobhead.
Yeah, I'm not the same.
It's just a guy thing. So if someone says it's physically impossible to do, every guy's trying.
What world are we living in?
I mean, some of us don't need to, because some of us get out of breath tying our shoelaces, so there's like, well, there's no fucking point here, but you know what I mean? Like, but if it was like, if it was flexible, you'd have a go.
I'm flexible.
You'd have a go. I reckon to do it once and then be like, nah.
No.
Don't know.
How would you feel about having your own willy in your own mouth?
I'd be
just
in the
think
circus.
for a minute. How? Be what in the circus?
I'd be in Benidorm, fucking cleaning up.
Like, would you not feel a bit dirty?
Hold on, I'm going to ask you this question. How do you feel about having a willy in your mouth? Do you not feel a bit dirty?
Your own willy in your own mouth.
Yeah, but it's only like putting your finger in your mouth.
But it's not because it's your genitals.
It's just skin, innit?
You got a little floppy-ended willy.
No, it's just all skin. It's just skin.
Does your knob look like that? Has it got a sleeve?
No. It's not got a gaping hole at the end of it. That looks like Nunu from Tillington, is that?
Naughty Nunu! Nunu's a prick.
I don't know why I've just got it in my head. Do you remember? Did you ever watch that movie?
Which one?
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like, where the guy's like, I heard he shoved his dick in his vacuum cleaner. and then later on, they knock on his door and he answers it in his underpants with the Hoover. It's like, I said, don't disturb me when I'm cleaning my room.
It's the
what's his name?
Courtney Cox's brother, is it?
Yeah, in the film. What's his name?
Doody?
Yeah,
or something like that, isn't it?
Doobie. Shut up, Doobie. I said, don't disturb me while I'm cleaning my room.
He has got special needs though. But he's the one. He does all the murders, doesn't he?
Not at the end. It's a big con, innit? Because at the end he's the murderer, and he
That's
comes
what
out and he's like, that's his moustache he peels off like you did before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he's like dead cool and that at the end, and I was
Yeah.
like, who's this guy? And he's like, just cleaning my room.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't react to that the way that I should have done. I was a bit delayed there. Considering we've had coffee, I feel dead saggy. So
From
I'm dead
Timmy's.
excited. I've let John experience his first trip to Tim Hortons, giving him the Canadian lifestyle. I've been dead poorly this week, you know.
Oh.
I am constantly sick at the minute, and I'm sick of it. Honest to God. Like, I feel like I could sneeze
If I
now.
get ill after this, I swear to God, I'll be fuming.
You never do, though. Like, I feel like I'm always sick, and
You
you
are
never
always
catch it
ill.
off me.
You're proper old, you.
And you know what it is?
I go from a
Figure this
flu
is.
jab.
You know what it is? It's
What is it?
since. So for like 3 years at work, I complained that we had no air conditioning because in the summer it was fucking horrible. I'd be like, my fucking vagina is sweaty and it's not okay. I don't think it was just my comments that got the aircon, but we got aircon fitted like
think
a
there's
few
appropriate
months back,
measures.
and I'm just constantly sick. Like everyone's sick in work, and it's just not going. So yeah, Tuesday, I was absolutely fine Tuesday day.
Was it the aircon, by the way?
I think it is. Like
100%.
someone's sick and then it just goes round, doesn't
Like an
it?
aeroplane,
The
isn't
system.
it?
Yeah. I was always sick when I was cabin crew.
Yeah.
Just constantly in
recirculating
metal
air.
tubes with people.
Is it
So-
weird when you... go on.
No, go on.
No, I can't. It doesn't matter. Go on.
So yeah, I was fine Tuesday, and then guess who I went to see on Tuesday night?
Everyone you looked at.
Yeah, I went to go and see Neo, and it was dead good, you know.
Was it? I went at Manchester.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Aran came and Lee.
She loves it. Alright.
Yeah, we had a ball, but then I only got 2 hours sleep because I had to take my dad back to the airport, and it was when I woke up to take him to the airport. You know when you just feel horrible anyway
yeah.
after like minimal sleep. I was like, oh, and then but my nose was all stuffy, and then it's just really gone downhill from there. If I'm quite honest with you,
Great.
I do think I sound a little bit sexy / mingy /
Normal.
normal.
You do the sound. Absolutely.
I think
normal.
it sounds a little bit.
I get a bit sniffly though when the aircon's on. If I'm in a room with the aircon on, no, because it's like constantly blowing. I get a bit sniffly.
How weird's that?
Yeah, I get a bit sniffly. Like
See, I'm fine. I sleep with a fan on every single
I'm
night
sleeping
directed
with
at me.
the fan on.
And that's fine, but aircon in the workplace is just not for me, you know.
Killing it off.
Killing me off.
Killing it off. Killing me.
Killing me soft
Wow.
with his song, telling my whole life with his words,
Yeah.
killing me softly with his song.
Do you ever think that about songs? You know, when you like listen to a song and go, this person's like just describing my life right now.
Sometimes, yeah. But then there's other ones. Like when I was at Neo the other night, I cried.
Did you?
And there was a song.
Wet wipe. What song did you cry to?
It was called Do You. And it's like, do you ever think of me at all? But I was just so invested in it. And I don't even think it's anything that I can relate to.
But you just
I
like,
was so invested. And I was
do
just
think
like,
of you, Neo. I really do.
I was literally, because we had like, we were up a tier, but the front row. So I could
Yeah.
like, I had my legs like out on the little barrier thing in front of us. So I just had like my phone propped on my knee. And I was just watching him.
Just got absorbed.
Oh, so absorbed.
Just proper cry. Do you know what? Right. I'm gonna. Obviously, I take that back. It was just a joke. I'm just gonna level with you, and I think this is since I've become a father more than anything in the last 13 years, because I definitely wasn't like this before having children. I get really emotional at some fucking TV shows or films, you know.
Do you?
Yeah,
See, but-
like sometimes I just wouldn't care less. Sometimes even some news stories might come on, especially it involves like children of a similar age to mine, and then my mind just goes on a fucking little wander.
How mad's that?
And there's been I remember like this is me, my mate, and this girl. We went to go watch like it was a chick flick film. I think it was like P.S. I Love You, right? And I was like, this is fucking shit, this film. And then I turned to my mate and the girl, and they're crying their eyes out.
Oh, stop.
And I was like, the fuck you crying for? It's just a film. It's not even real. Whereas now I could sit there and be like,
oh, Dumbo. That is sad though, Dumbo.
I know, right?
I do cry, but it is mainly at like live theatre and live music events.
Oh, and
I'm just uncontrollable. I haven't even had kids. Like, can you imagine me after children?
I was driving home. Like, George loves to sing song in the car.
Yeah.
And it's like a couple of years ago, and he was singing George Ezra. I think it was
Budapest.
Shotgun. I'll be riding shotgun. And he was proper like singing it at the top of his lungs. And I'm driving in the car, crying my eyes out.
Oh, were you just so happy in the moment?
I was just like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. And he's just like, oh. I'm just getting all teary.
I love that.
Honestly, and it's since
I feel like you're getting teary now.
I think I am.
You've got a little glazed eye like that donut before.
That was a nice donut.
It was a nice donut.
I just think like films and that now, or news stories, or TV shows, or even adverts, could just send me over, and I'll be sitting there going, and I'll just overthink it.
Do you know what advert I really liked, but it wasn't okay to like?
Go on.
Do you know the one where it's the two men at the football game? And he's like, "You're right," and every week, and the lively one's like, "You're okay, you're okay," and it's like, "Oh, you don't know what people are going through," and then the next one, he's not there because he's unalived himself.
Yeah.
And you thought it was going to be the quiet one?
You thought it was going to be the quiet one?
Oh my God, that grabbed me heartstrings. I watched that. I've got goosebumps thinking about it now. That was a really, really, really phenomenal advert
really
to put out. It was
on your heartstrings.
Powerful.
You're like, oh, you got me.
Powerful.
It was. That made me text my mates.
Did it?
Yeah, I text Paul and everything. It was like, you all right? And he was just like, oh, can I have a Dakari? I was like, go fuck yourself.
Not asked anymore. Sure.
Yeah, fucking prick.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was a bit over the top, me. Over the top. But I didn't hear... we all have mates that we speak to every day. I speak to Paul like almost every day. This was a few years back. One day, I just hadn't heard from him. I was like, hold on. I texted him a few times. He's not replied. And he's not took the piss out of Dakari in a while. So, like, what's going on? So I started texting. I was like, hey, have you heard from Paul today? And they're like, oh, no. And then I texted his like girlfriend. She was like, oh, no, not. Like, just before they lived together.
Yeah.
I'm fucking panicking. I'm like, where the fuck's Paul? Like literally fucking search party out. And I was like, I was like, I'll see if his car's like at his mum's. This is a few years back, so it just when he got his first own place, and went to his mum's house, I wasn't there, and then I went to his house, and in my head I thought, if his car's on the driveway, I'm just gonna have to put the door through. It's just done. Honestly, I was like, I'm just gonna have to put the door. Anyway, the car wasn't on the driveway, and I was like, where the fuck is he? So I called my mate, and I was like, I'm a bit worried. I haven't heard from him all day, and I usually get something. I've not had anything. So like they turn up and everything, and we're looking right round the garden. Anyway, pulls up onto the drive. Turns out his phone was broke, but
but
I was there.
But yeah, absolutely.
I've been the worst person to be there, because if I'd have broke in and saw something I didn't want to say about that, I was going to close the door.
There's Paul.
Curled up in a ball.
Go ahead, lads!
Man, ribs removers. Look, you should do it. It's really good. I had to have 3. You might need like 4 or 5. Like, but we'll get there.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, no, everyone does have that one friend that they speak to every day. And it's nice. Do you know what? I
wish
just
I
like,
wasn't yours.
Look, I don't even speak to you every day.
No, I'm joking. Just typing up the listener.
He's not my phone a friend every day. I just like low maintenance friendships. Like, it's absolutely fine for you to take 5 working days to respond to me. Like, I'm not asked.
It depends though. If you're asking Lauren a question, I want the answer now, not when.
It depends. But it's like, if you're planning something and it's like, oh, tickets are on sale for something, then yeah, you need an answer there and then. But if it's just general chit chat, it doesn't matter. Do you know what happened to me the other day? One of my mates had messaged when I was out at Neo on the Tuesday night. So obviously I didn't respond, went home, straight to bed. I was up 2 hours later, took me to the airport, come back, went straight to bed because I felt like shit. Woke up at 11 a.m, went for a massage, come home, went back to bed and slept. And you know what the friend sent to me the following day. Question marks. Chasing a response.
Oh.
And it wasn't a message that needed a response straight away.
Do we get to know what the message was?
Hi, how are you? We should do something soon.
Oh, right. Okay.
Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark the next day. And I thought, nah. I opened it the day after then. Out of principle.
Have you replied now?
Yeah.
Fair. If you could reply to me the first time, I wouldn't send question marks the second time, would I?
Yeah, but
Oh my God.
do you know what I mean? Am I being a crank there? Don't chase me with a question mark the next day. That's not normal.
I wouldn't send question marks, but just playing devil's advocate, what if she's like, or he is a little bit like, oh, have I done something to piss him off? Maybe in there, because I do it in my head. I'm like, oh, do you remember last time I spoke to him? I said this. Like, why the fuck did I say that? Hey, you all right? And then you just read it and you've not replied. You're like, oh.
I didn't read it.
Oh, did you not?
No, I hadn't
Oh,
read
if it's
it.
not unread,
It
like
wasn't
psychopath,
unread.
fucking block her or him.
There's like literally, and I apologise to anyone who's listening to the pod and you're in me WhatsApps. There's tons of messages that go back from last Monday. I haven't opened them.
Pure.
I will get round to it, but I haven't so far. But I will. Just bear with.
In fact, valid point. I say this to people. I say it to my kids to make them know about it. If we're having a conversation, me and you right now, and someone burst through the door and went, hey, and I just went, 1 second, Michelle, I'm just going to talk to this person. You'd be like, hold on, am I not important? Like, we're having a conversation, you just fuck me off to speak to them. It's rude, isn't it?
Well, no, because it depends who comes in or what information they're asking for. It could be like, fucking hell, the building's on fire. Do you know where the fire evacuation fucking point is?
They're just walking in and just went, all right, KP. And I was like, all right, mate, how's it going? Yeah,
No,
you're right.
I didn't think that would piss me off.
I think if me and you were in the middle of a conversation, right, and we're having a deep one, and someone walked in and you just fucking blanked me to start speaking to them, I think it's rude. But it's socially acceptable to be like, oh, 2 seconds, I'm just going to take this call. And I think that's just as rude.
No, I think it's worse to take a phone call than say if like someone walked past and it was like fucking it. Like there's plenty of times where we've been places and it'll be like, oh, all right, and I'll just sit there.
Say
like
hello is.
But we might but it might be like an extended hello. Like it happens. That doesn't bother me. But if you're like, oh yeah. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, and then I'm just sat there like.
Yeah, makes you feel not important. So I say to my kids, like,
doesn't make me feel not important.
Does I want people to know I'm the most important person in the room. Put your fucking phone down when having a conversation. Like, to me, that says this conversation isn't interesting enough or important enough for you to have. You'd rather have a conversation with someone else. I just think it's quite rude. And also, I say to him, not every text message needs a reply.
No.
Like, you know, I just feel like phones, like, people expect you to be on the beck and call.
Yeah, and I think that's a key example of it, and I'm not that person anymore. Like, back in the day, do you know what it is? Pre-COVID. So that was fucking perfect, that wasn't it?
Fitting timing.
Pre-COVID, I bent over backwards to everyone. I responded to everything within like fucking milliseconds.
Yeah.
I was on beck and call to anyone. You wanted to do something, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm not that person anymore
because of COVID.
And I am very different. Yeah.
I'm gonna explain why. Tell me if this is because I was like that. I used to be honestly, here, there and everywhere, just driving around, going, I need to meet up with that person. I don't want to let them down, so I'm going to meet up with that person and then go to that person's house. And then on the way back, I'll call that person to speak up with them. And I was doing like all the time. And then in COVID, was you sat there and gone, no one's checking in on me.
Yeah.
And then you go back through your own messages. And I'm not saying like I'm the centre of the world. I'm not. I get that. But when you go back through your WhatsApp and it's just blue ticks. Yeah. And you're like, no one's, and that changed my mentality.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, nah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And I think I've made my circles smaller.
Oh, man, so small at the moment.
I've got zero patience, or maybe not patience, tolerance to certain things. I'm just a very different person to what I was in 2020.
Same. I used to get bad FOMO, and now I don't. What's the opposite of FOMO? I get homo. No.
What does the homo stand for?
Happy of missing out.
We'll go with GOMO, grateful of missing out. No homo.
That's a
Fortune's going to have a field day with you.
That was a Dakari moment, wasn't it? Like just don't get homo,
I do have a fear of missing out. But
I don't anymore.
Do you know what I
care.
really enjoy when people are like, "Oh, can we do something this night?" And I go, "Oh, sorry, I'm not free." They go, "What are you doing?" Going to bed.
That's why I
I'm
don't drink
having a
anymore.
self-care night in my room. Like, just because I am or just because I'm free doesn't mean I'm available. I might have no plans, but I'm not available.
I'm not available.
That is cancelled out. And sometimes I do
was
put it
saying
in my
this to my
calendar,
mum, right?
self-care night,
I was saying
early
this,
night.
So I'm going on holiday soon, right?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to brag, but I am going abroad. I'm going on holiday. I'm taking me, the kids, and I want extra babysitters. So my mum and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
All right. And so there's the 5 of us. We're going away 10 nights, and then turns out so where we're going on holiday isn't included in the data package. That
Data?
like do
What?
you know what, like your phone contract?
Oh, yeah.
You can use it in certain countries.
Yeah.
Well, the one we're going isn't included on that list, and if you
What?
want it included, you have to pay an extra £60, right?
What network are you on?
Voda, right?
Shite that.
No, it's just like, say if you went to Spain or France or
Yeah.
somewhere, it's included. Like, you don't have to pay extra. Where we're going, it's not on the list, so we've got to
£60.
we've got to pay
Spenny.
£60 for the 10 days it is, right? And I was just like, I'm not paying it. And my mum was like, what if someone needs you? I was like, there's literally 5
Is it
people.
here?
Yeah, 5 people. There's the only thing that I'd class as an emergency to ring me on holiday would be about one of the 4 people I'm on holiday with. And they're here, so I don't need to contact. I'll be off grid. I'll literally be off grid for that 10 days, you know.
I can't cope with how expensive it is. So, you know, when I went
can't
to
wait to fuck
Canada, so I'm with E.
Oh, yeah.
E.
You're with E.
And I think if I'm in Europe, it's £2 a day
Yeah.
to use it. But when I went to
You said mine was shit.
America and Canada, it was £10 for 30 days. So for the whole month for £10, you can use your phone, your minutes, your messages, and your data as if you were at home.
That's actually all right.
That was a fucking bargain.
Yeah.
£10 for 2 weeks.
No?
Excuse me. I got excited.
Have you Timmy H?
It's a bit sweet at the bottom.
Mine's got a bit cold now.
Yeah. But yeah, but I thought that was a bargain, so
It is.
I'll pay tenors all round for fucking.
No,
to use my
honestly,
phone
when I
as
go on
normal.
holiday now, I used to be like, I still want to stay connected with people just in case. Nope, don't give a shit.
No.
There is literally not an emergency in this world that someone needs to
I
contact
mean,
me.
I like scrolling through like TikTok as part of my bedtime routine. And what I love doing is like when I was at Niagara Falls and I was like, I'm going to post pictures because I'm so happy. Just knowing that people were like just in the Northwest and it was a bit miserable and I
Just
was
made
in
me think of a
Canada in
Drake
the
song.
fall.
Maybe think of a Drake song.
Which one?
Once knew a girl back home whose dream was to once visit Rome, but all she did was take pictures to post for people back home.
Is
Something
that a
like
lyric?
Something like that. I might be paraphrasing that. I might be ruining that. Drake's right now like, shriveled up
That's
to a
me.
meter on flop.
There's nothing better though, is there, when you're just fucking living your best life?
So
Like on a little 30-degree beach and you know everyone else is at home and it's cloudy and pissing down with rain. It's fucking boss, isn't it?
we went.
Ooh,
we-
look at the view.
We went on a lad's holiday and we went in November. We went to Dubai
Mm.
and loved it, best place. And we went in the November in the morning. So because we were flying in the afternoon, I had a meeting first thing, so I had to wake up, scrape ice off my car.
Scrape. Oh, I love
I had
scraping
to scrape ice off the
Scrape
car,
ice.
mate. Fucking
G'day.
hell. Mick Dundee. That ain't a knife. So I had to scrape ice off my car, drive into this meeting. It's on half a day. So I did the meeting, come back, packed my bag, went, and then I was on a beach, and I was like, I was scraping ice off my car before.
It's mad though, isn't
I'm
it?
sat here with flip-flops and
Do you know what
shorts.
I wish
There's
we
a camel
had?
over there.
A camel.
It was, I got a picture with it. I'll show
There's
you.
camels back home. It's just the toes, but it's still the camel.
They're in Asda, and they're called fat bitches.
Ooh, Moody. What fat bitches upset you? I'll knock them out.
The one who didn't
No
text
one
back.
upsets our John Capewell because I'll have you. I'll rip your hair out.
Fucking knock it out, lad.
I'll rip your hair
Yeah,
out
I
so
don't
you
get- I
look
don't-
like John's facial hair.
I don't get FOMO. I used to, but now I just don't care. I don't like spending money anymore.
Oh, I do.
I hate spending money. Do you know, literally anything. Like, it's weird because I go from I don't want to spend money to fuck it so quickly.
Yeah.
So if I'm going out, like say if you said, should we go out for some food?
Yeah. I'll throw
we'll go out
anything
for
at food.
Yeah,
I
all
love
out.
paying for food.
Well, we did that. I in Birmingham that time, didn't we? We went for the curry. Should we have like just something to nibble at? We ordered like curry and naan
Fucking
breads
naan
and
bread
grandad
bigger than the
breads and
UK.
everything else, right? And but I go from that back to, not getting a fucking foot long Subway. It's £10.
Hey, why can we talk about this?
Go on.
Why is Subway so expensive now?
Don't know.
Because if I go on like
Everything's
food
expensive.
delivery services, it's more spenny again because it's through them, and then you have to pay their service fees and their delivery fees.
Yeah,
And it costs about 17 quid to get a sub.
it is quite expensive.
And so I refuse to do it.
I just go to a local bakery. Like, do you know, you go to those places.
Marks.
Should we open our own cafe and just sell like
Cafe foods.
balms and that? The best baps.
Can we have desserts by Dre providing the cakes?
If he wants, it's up to him. I can't make that decision for him.
And some like Lavazza coffee.
I just be. Is that Lavazza? I thought it was Lavazza.
I say Lavazza.
Either or.
Lavazza.
Just say coffee. Stop there.
Coffee.
Coffee. What else was I going to say then?
I don't
I
know.
lost my train of thought.
I'm
then.
not in your mind.
I know you made me lose my train of thought.
Don't blame me.
No, yeah, but yeah, I'm going on holiday. I'm going to be off grid. No one's going to be
yeah.
able to speak to me. I don't get FOMO anymore. I still check in with people every time, but I don't go out my way anymore. Like
How are you
going to
know if your house is getting robbed?
Honestly, your house is on fire. Good, I'm not asked. I'm seeing a bit. I won't come back then. I'll stay here. I couldn't give a shit. There's been a flood and I'm in a pool. It's sound. Don't worry about it.
I'm flooded here too.
What am I going to do on holiday anyway? Like, your house is on fire. All right, okay. Maybe we
Would you
should
not
call
fly back?
999. Fuck no. So what? Sleeping on the streets. I'm like, all right, well, I've still got 9 days here. Might as well keep fucking warm. Kids, we're not going home. What are you going to do?
There is no home.
Get a job on that fucking water slide, just giving people the nod. Yeah, boss tan. You don't do shit. One in, one out. Dead easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Or just like stand outside the fucking pubs. You coming into the bar? No, we're going to one down there. Well,
Get free shots.
yeah, I just do that. Just like, hey, tell them KP sent you in. Free fish bowl.
What about me?
What about you?
So if you just stay in Turkey forever, what about me? What about me, John?
What about me? What about us?
I'm looking for a new podcast co-host if anyone's interested.
I'll zoom in.
From the beach.
Yeah.
With fucking...
How's your Monday? Hey. I'm on the fucking beach, yeah. There's waves and everything.
I'll do it from New Brighton.
Got a job in Daisy Bar.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, but it sounds like a Turkish fucking bar though, doesn't it? Where you going tonight? We're going Daisy Bar Disco.
Daisy Bar Disco.
I actually think when we were kids, we were like 7, we used to go to a Daisy Bar. I swear it's called Daisy Bar.
Was that like Daisy Jukes?
No, it was where I used to get fucking kissed by all the Turkish blokes.
No, we don't want to talk about that. That made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just think it made me feel.
Unaliving, fine. Getting groomed by Turkish men. As a child, I draw the line.
I love how you had to add that bit in because I can see your mind going, getting groomed by Turkish men. That actually sounds all right. As a child, no. But as an of-age person.
Do you know what I got the other day? So my uncle who lives in Canada sent me a picture.
You got an uncle in Canada?
Yeah, that's when I go to...
Mad. Go on.
Yeah, I've got family in Canada. Are you okay?
It's all right. Go on.
He sent me a picture. What? No, explain. No, I'm not. Stop.
Because I think it's like the 3rd time you said that.
Can you stop spinning that round? Because that's really loud down here.
I'm spinning around, move out of my way.
I fucking hate you.
Defo homo now.
So he sent me a picture. I'll show you it, like, quick. I must have only been about 3 or something. My hair's horrendous on it. And I now know why I never got nonced on as a child.
What? Let's see this. That's not you. That's not you. You look like a little boy.
It's horrendous, isn't it?
What the fuck happened? You look like a Bethel.
I don't know what a Bethel is.
Like the name Bethel.
It's like
Look
a
at
proper
Bethel.
80s.
You look like you're going bingo.
An 80s woman's hair too, isn't it?
What the fuck happened? Oh, Dan, we're going to have a word here. What was you doing to your children?
Isn't it? My hair just didn't grow. At least I'm doing a bit better now.
Do you know when you see like pictures of your parents when they were kids and like, what the fuck's going on with your hair? They're like, that was the style back in those days. It fucking wasn't, and that definitely wasn't.
It can't have been.
Send me that. That's going put in.
It's not.
If I've got me with my fucking head on Usher's body, allegedly,
that is not going anywhere. That is your normal head. Well, that's my normal head, but that is your normal head on a fit body. That is me. That is making me a target.
What's wrong with my body? You are not a target there. Trust me. You are not on anyone's.
I'm not a nonce's target, but
Definitely
I'm
not.
just no. It's not going anywhere.
I reckon even the nonce of all nonces would look at that and go, nah,
It's
right, or left, whichever way.
Oh, for like Tinder.
Yeah, what's the
right,
opposite?
isn't it?
Yeah.
For like, and left for
No, you-
swerve.
isn't-
Left you swerve, right you swipe to like.
No, it's left is.
Swerve.
Just get the app up now. I did a.
Did a what?
I did a gig and a girl in the front row always comes up on Tinder. We never match. Oh
Do
yeah,
you swipe right on her or?
I can't remember. Hey, she's quite fit.
Yeah, she is.
Swipe
right on her.
Oh, I didn't match. I never get matches. I don't use it.
Oh.
I love Chester.
Is she from Chester?
Must
Yeah.
be because I have a really small radius. I'm not travelling.
Have you ever seen? Did you ever watch The Undateables? And it was that Richard who's got Asperger's.
And he's like, just for the record, we both have Asperger's.
I only date in a 4-mile radius. And she'd be like, oh, she lives here. And he's like, no, that is too far out of my way.
If I've got to go past Co-op, I ain't going.
And then he
That's
was on,
me.
he was on a date with one woman and she was like, they were talking about golf. And she said to him, what's your handicap? And he went, oh, autism. I love Richard, he's boss. He's my favourite.
I'm the same. If I've got to pay a toll, I'm not going.
I'm going to pay this. You get a residence pass for the Mersey Gateway.
My mate was like, why don't you pay? Because then you can use passport. You can go wherever you want then. I was like, I can go wherever I want, wherever within my circle. I'm not going. I'm not driving. Yeah, I'm not going 25 minutes down the road. Fuck that.
What's wrong with 25 minutes?
It's too far.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
So you're just looking to date a Runcorn girl?
Honestly.
Girl? Maybe Frodsham?
Maybe. Or if they want to commute.
I'll take a Scouse one that wants
Are
to
you willing
come
to
me.
relocate or commute? No. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to decline your application here. Just because we've gone on other avenues. Oh, really? What's that? Single as fuck.
Oh. You should put that in your bio.
Which?
Are you willing to travel to me? Do you drive?
Come here. Don't tell anyone. Not putting that. I'm not putting that.
Why? Don't tell anyone?
Just sounds a bit rapey, doesn't it?
No, to me, it sounds more...
If someone said to you, I am Michelle.
It sounds like you're a player. Like,
Come
don't
here,
tell
but don't
anyone
tell- nah.
that you're here, because then there'll be other girls that are going and they're not to tell anyone, so you can just have multiple girls.
Oh, is
but
that-
I know that you haven't got it in you to do that.
Nice one, mate. Fucking hype me up to the listeners.
Who?
Yeah, I can't lie. I know you haven't. You haven't got it in you at all. No.
I
Thanks,
just
Michelle.
don't fit. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
It's not.
Nobody wants a guy that is capable of doing that.
You say that, but they're the right. I've seen something before. Someone shared it, and I felt like they were talking to me. To be fair, it says, "Why is it on Jeremy Kyle? They had like this one person with 3 birds, like, and I can't get a text back, and he had no teeth." and I was sitting there going, "Oh fuck yeah!" But on the same note, I don't want those girls anyway.
No, you don't want those.
No.
When you always see people in those scenarios, when you actually look at who they're dating,
Oh, I know.
you never want to be a part of that.
When you see people and it's
There's
like,
dropping your standards and then there's dropping your standards.
I just need to meet a man. No, you need a job. That's what you need.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I've got a job. I'm halfway there.
Ooh, halfway there.
Hey.
Do we have time for a question? Or
Ask me a question, yeah.
right, it's one got sent in. I'm just gonna
Oh.
why would I'm just gonna swipe right on that one as well because she was quite fit. It was.
We're going to have to change your types of likes now from just females to males and females. Now that you're homo. You're happy to be homo, I think is what you said.
Oh, hello, sir. Can I have a Dakari?
Can you send me
It's
that?
the little fucking out at the end. It's a little.
Fucking hell.
He's a sod him.
It's not bad. So the question was, it was just I put it on my story and just put, has anyone got a question that they'd like me to discuss on the pod? And they just put, if someone's born deaf, what language did he think in? And I'm not going to lie, my head fell off. My head fell off.
Fuck.
I know, right?
So the born deaf.
The born deaf, they've never heard a sound. What language did he think in?
None. So they obviously. Wow.
I was the same.
This is too much.
It made my head hurt.
Because if you've never heard anyone
Speak.
verbally speak anything,
Yeah, because
how do you even know what that sounds
even if you only
like?
heard it like, even if you only heard that, could you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Even if you only heard that, you still like, what language are you thinking in?
But does it process verbally or is it just words? Like you know, like when you go to a football game and it's like the Megatron or whatever it's called, like, you know, the big TV thing, and it'll just be
You got Transformers on your mind,
and then
innit?
it'll be
Megatron.
Is that not what it's called? And like Despicable Me when he takes the one from
I've never watched it.
oh,
I have.
like
I've been present.
a big TV, you know, where it's like the banners that go across.
Oh,
with
yeah.
like footsie figures on and
Yeah, I know what you
the
mean.
fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Just any form of
So
display
when
screen.
they're thinking of things or they're reading a message, does it just go through
it like
on like the
Braille?
little? It does stick out.
I don't know.
Is that not this?
You're right, you. Remix.
Do you know what? I think my head's fell off.
It confused me because I don't have an answer. But it's like it's. I always I've asked the question to bilingual people, who I might have to say. By the way, I think bilingual people are just fit.
Yeah.
What? It's a superpower, isn't it? Like I've
We've
seen.
discussed this before, haven't
Have we?
Yeah.
Bilingual people.
We were talking about superpowers, and you said
bilingual
you
people
can do anything in the world, but it's something
Mhm.
you could be able to do now. It's not like a superpower.
Yeah, I'd love that. Just be able to do it. But like, which one do they have? Like one that you're thinking more? Like if you were English and
I think
Spanish?
whatever your first language is what you would naturally.
yeah, but if you're
think in.
bilingual, you don't have a first. It's two. Both of those language are your first language.
Don't know, John. You're making me head fall off.
It hurts your head, doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't think deaf people have any sound.
Mm. Yeah, because they would have never heard a sound.
They've never heard it.
So they wouldn't know, like,
They don't know what
like
the
a can of
doorbell
Coke
sounds like,
opening.
no.
Like
And the little
if you played like a clip of a can of Coke opening, like you'd recognise that sound, wouldn't you? If you were sat here now and someone was like outside, but you could hear outside, and they opened a can of Coke, you'd be like, oh, someone's opened a can of Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or 7-Up or Sprite or Fanta or
soda,
ginger beer.
but you don't know. If you've never heard sounds, you've never heard that. So you just might look at someone open a can of drink,
Yeah, and you don't realise.
and you don't
how
realise
loud
it makes a
is.
sound, and they're like, oh,
Like well, actually, I was going to say when if deaf people go to cinema, but they probably don't. Do they put subtitles on in the cinema.
Can you imagine that? Just
But
like
can you imagine, like, and they're just opening like a bag of Maltesers, but like the little plastic bag ones, and it's just like pure fucking rustling, and they're just oblivious. And they've been dead noisy. They've opened cans of pop.
I just thought that they would never experience the anger of hearing someone chew. Oh, what a life.
But I wonder if, because they don't know that makes a noise, if you went for dinner for someone and they ate with the mouth open, would they be like, I wish I was fucking blind and not deaf? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there must be things. I don't want to have to fucking see this shit.
But if they've been born, they've not known any different.
Everyone's been born.
No, if they've been born deaf, you know what I mean? But they wouldn't have known any different.
Yeah, but it must frustrate them to be like, I can't fucking see your food.
Just like, do.
But they don't know the alternative. Like, all right, you might not be able to see it, but this is the noise they make as well.
I feel sorry if they ever go on airplanes.
Why?
Because you can't watch the film.
Oh, look at the duty-free magazine.
Just imagine that. Like, this film's boss.
Oh, you mean because they can't hear it?
You have to put the headphones in, don't
I was thinking of blind people.
No, it's about deaf people. Like,
they can't watch the films either.
Fucking hell, can't. Yeah, they can't watch the films. Like, if you're deaf and you're like, oh, what film you watching?
Go on, what film are they watching? Say it.
It's not.
Spit it out. What film are they watching, John?
It wasn't the film. It was in my head. It came up with like, you should say it like this. And I'm not going to.
Don't be a fanny.
No, I'll tell you off air.
What film are they watching?
How would a deaf person say, what film are you watching?
How would a deaf person? Well, they'd sign it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but how would the deaf person say it?
Well, film are you watching? Something like that.
Was that too far?
I just gave me honest answer.
I think that's you getting cancelled now. Welcome to the club.
Depends how deaf they are. It might be a bit more.
Stop it, no. I've checked VAR. We're going to Stotley Park right now. No.
Or it could have been more.
No, stop it. I think we're going to stop it there. I think that's a pod.
I don't know why you lead me down the garden path and then just fucking stop me,
I can't let you carry on doing that, Michelle.
But you led me then. You knew I was going to do it.
I know. I just wanted you to use your imagination. I didn't want you to actually act it out.
Well, it's a podcast, so you want me to just sit in silence.
It was all right, and then they started doing hate crime. First of all, it was Michelle saying, Google this. And next you know, she's taking the piss out of deaf people.
They can't hear me doing it, though, so it's fine.
Stop it.
Guys, episode 17's been a blast, I think.
It's happened. Where can you get in touch with us, Michelle?
So, anyone, get hold of us on our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, 5 pence change, or drop us a little email at 5pencechange@hotmail.com.
You should know how to spell that by now. Anything from you, Paul?
Oh, hello, sir. Can I have a Dakari? Fucking hell.
Ciao.
Bye, Felicia.